What does it take to turn a bare car body into a fully assembled vehicle? This is the complete car manufacturing process. The first step is attaching the vehicle build sheet to the hood, then using a support rod to hold it open. The build sheet lists the car's exact configuration and every part that needs to be installed. Next, a heat insulation pad is fitted to the inside of the hood and secured with plastic clips. Besides protecting the paint from engine heat, it also helps reduce noise and vibration. Moving to the rear, the trunk lid torsion springs are installed. These springs help lift the trunk automatically when it is unlatched. On higher-end models, a gas strut is also added for smoother and more stable operation. Rubber plugs are then installed to seal the unused manufacturing holes in the trunk lid. After that, positioning guides are placed on the outside before the rear badges are applied. The badge on the left shows the manufacturer, while the one on the right identifies the model, engine size, and engine technology. This is a Volkswagen 1.5-liter turbocharged Jetta, featuring turbocharging and direct fuel injection. To make sure the badges stay in place for decades, they are attached with 3M adhesive and then firmly pressed with a roller for maximum bonding. Next, the Volkswagen emblem is installed on the trunk lid. After it is locked into place, it is also pressed with a roller to evenly bond the adhesive underneath. The license plate rivet nuts are then installed using a powered rivet gun, which deforms the nuts and locks them into the sheet metal. The trunk latch comes next. One bolt is lightly tightened first, then the second bolt is fully tightened, and finally the first bolt is tightened to its final torque. Do you know why the factory uses this sequence? The trunk weather strip is then pressed into place around the edge of the sheet metal. If your trunk ever starts leaking water, this seal is often the first thing to check. After installation, a powered roller presses the seal all the way around, evenly deforming the metal clips inside so the weather strip grips the body tightly. Sound insulation pads are then attached to the inner side panels before the trunk latch is fully installed. The latch fits over threaded studs and is secured with nuts using an electronic wrench. Finally, the trunk latch cover is installed. Now back inside the car. The door hinge bolts are loosened with a power tool, sound insulation foam is installed inside the A-pillar, and the doors are separated from the body. They are transported to a separate assembly line where all the internal components will be installed. With the doors removed, the 4-door opening weather strips are installed just like the trunk seal. If these seals become damaged over time, they can increase cabin noise and allow water or wind to enter. Once installed, they are pressed with a special roller, which is much more reliable than simply tapping them in with a rubber hammer. Next, dashboard locating pins are installed on the A-pillar reinforcement. After being hand-tightened, they are secured with an electronic wrench. These pins support the dashboard assembly. The front and rear door striker loops are then installed using the same 3-step tightening method as the trunk latch, ensuring both bolts are tightened evenly without leaving one loose. The shark fin antenna is installed through the roof and secured from inside with one bolt. Next comes the sunroof weather strip, which is carefully pressed around the roof opening. Workers constantly inspect every part during installation, replacing anything that is damaged. Once the seal is in place, it is pressed with a custom roller to ensure a perfect fit. Back in the engine bay, a mesh screen is installed over the heating and air conditioning air intake to keep insects out. It is secured with 3 nuts. Sound insulation is also applied to the cowl panel, while vibration dampers and rubber strips are installed on both sides of the hood to further reduce noise. Next, the transmission mount is installed on the left frame rail. 4 bolts are hand-tightened first, then a robotic arm assists the electronic wrench because these bolts require high torque. Whenever multiple bolts are tightened at the factory, they are secured in a crisscross pattern to ensure even clamping and prevent loosening. The hood latch is installed next, but only lightly tightened because the hood still needs final alignment later. A fuel line is then routed through a manufacturing hole in the right frame rail, and its bracket is secured to threaded studs. Now comes one of the most important steps. An automated machine moves into position and permanently stamps the 17-character vehicle identification number onto the right frame rail. This number records the country of manufacture, manufacturer, vehicle characteristics, model year, and production sequence. It serves as the vehicle's unique identity. After the number is stamped, the fuel line bracket is tightened with an electronic wrench, and 2 barcode impressions of the vehicle identification number are made. These barcode labels are stored with the vehicle and are often needed during registration. Since stamping can damage the protective primer, the area is sealed with 3M tape to help prevent rust. A heat insulation pad is then installed on the cowl panel to protect the paint from engine heat. Inside the cabin, a captive nut is installed in the A-pillar, and the hood release cable is routed through a manufacturing hole and along the left frame rail into the engine compartment. A waterproof rubber grommet is then locked into place. The next component is the central airbag control module. It is secured to the front of the center tunnel with 3 nuts. Its job is to process crash signals and determine whether the airbags need to deploy. Next, a drain valve sleeve is installed on the A-pillar, followed by 2 metal clips that secure the front sunroof drain tube. The rear drain tube is then routed through the C-pillar into the trunk and secured with 3 additional metal clips. Finally, a robotic arm picks up the sunroof glass assembly and lowers it into the cabin through the windshield opening. The robot raises the assembly into position, aligns the threaded holes with the roof, and operators on both sides tighten the mounting bolts as the robot withdraws. After the final bolt is tightened, the drain tubes are connected, and a paint mark is applied as a quality check. What parts are installed next? In the next video, we will follow the complete installation of the vehicle's wiring harness.